How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my very first product review. You'll have to excuse the setup, it's a bit slapdash, my room's not really made for it, but yeah, we'll roll with it and hopefully this is informative if nothing else. So if, like me, you do a lot of travelling, one thing you're going to want is a carry case, and I originally bought one for the original Nintendo Switch, which I've got right here. But I needed one for the Switch too. Now, honesty up front, transparency, I knew about this company, this JSAUX, because they originally emailed me about a month before the Switch released, asking if I wanted to do like a 60-minute insert into one of my videos, to which I replied I don't really do inserts at all, and then I offered to do like a full honest review of some of the products, but they never got back to me. So that's how I knew about them. And then I was browsing Amazon and I saw a couple of them, so I figured I'll pick them up, give them a review, and I figured we will see if I dodged a bullet or not on them, and whether they're actually any good. So we've got two of them here. We have got the Switch 2 portable carrying case, where they've not put a space between the Switch and the 2, but that is the smaller of the two. And then we've got the mega carry case, Nintendo Switch 2 travel case right here. So we're going to be taking a look at both of these today, seeing what they can hold, how they look alongside my original, what the build quality is and stuff, and yeah, I'll give you my opinions on them and let you know whether or not I think they're worth picking up. The smaller one of the two costs $16.99 off Amazon. The bigger one of the two I think cost me $18.99 on sale, but its full price is $21.99. So yeah, they do go on sale at some point. So, but yeah, let's start with, I suppose we'll start with the smaller of the two. I'll just dump this down here for now. So they both come in these cardboard boxes, which to be honest is not too bad. They've got the branding on them and stuff, they look pretty legit. The boxes don't feel shoddy like cheap Chinese ones that I've had before off AliExpress and stuff, but they feel fairly decent. And inside they're just packaged with a sleeve around them. So this is the first one. Now it feels very similar to my original Switch case in terms of the material and stuff. It's kind of like hardened plastic or hardened rubber material, but it's got just a zip around the side with a bit of material, and this is something they advertise is these zips here have got like rubber on them so they don't damage your Switch when they're in the case, when you're closing it if it accidentally flicks up and stuff. We've also got a rubber handle here, but my original one has some metal ones. I've never really had an issue because they are tiny, and I don't really know if that would be an issue, how it could actually flick up inside. I'm not too sure, but yeah, the rubber anyway, if that makes a difference. So inside, shift that. Inside we have got some nice smooth finish. Now the interior of my original is just like a felt-like material, but this one feels like velvety, so it is super soft, so it's not going to scratch your Switch screen. One thing I need to do is get a screen protector on mine. I've got one on order, but yeah, so you can see the size difference right away. Obviously the Switch 2 is a lot bigger, but my original one was only the same thing as this but for the original Switch, and it could hardly carry anything. I can't remember how much this one was, to be honest, probably about 10 quid, 15 quid maybe, but yeah, that's that one. So we have got a couple of don't eats, I'll eat them later. We've got a little card, scan with the Amazon app to learn more. Oops. And then we've got a Velcro little pop out thing, so this is where your cards and extra bits are going to go. We've got an instruction manual that can go as well, and then we've got a little handbag thing if you want to, for some reason, parade around with your Switch as a handbag. I don't know, maybe we'll attach that later. And another small hand thing that attach it on the outside, I guess. So yeah, we've got room for games here. We've got room for games here. We've got a little slot here for whatever, and that's it in terms of storage wise. So I'm thinking so these aren't actually molded to the shape of these. So if you had other whatchamacallums, other controllers, so like your I can't even think of what they're called. Anyway, other controllers that you attach to your Switch, it would both fit in here as well. It does feel a little loose fitting in there. It's not like snugly sort of designed to fit this, and I'm guessing it goes this way up. But yeah, that fits in there. There's loads of room underneath the sides here. I think you can see how deep they actually are. Hopefully the camera picks this up, but you can see how deep they actually are. And if I take a Joy-Con here, these actually fit right into them, so below the actual line where your Switch sits. So your Switch does feel, or it will feel, quite loose in there, but we'll stick it in anyway. We can stick that in. I have got some games somewhere. Again, ooh, here we go. We've got a few games. We can pop these into these slots. So we can fit 5 in this part, and how many in the other? 10 in that part. So we can fit 15 games into this case. Stick them in. And then this folds down, and then this. That's right, isn't it? It is. It's quite stiff, that, actually. I think that's because them games are in there, so it doesn't actually fold down properly with those games in there, which is a bit odd. Yeah, because, well, it does kind of fold, but then it kind of sticks out. So I don't know if I would put games in there, to be honest. I'd probably stick them in the underside of it. Maybe a bit of a design flaw, having the game slots too close to this bend in it. But we can stick them underneath anyway. And then, I mean, it's still quite stiff there, actually. But that goes on there. That velcros down there. I mean, I suppose we could, if you wanted to take like your HDMI and power pack or whatever, there's literally no room for it to go in. So it is one for just single battery. I don't know what you would do with your if you needed to charge it. So this one's obviously for shorter journeys, because you ain't fitting this chunky ass power pack in there. So it's going to be 10 games, 15 games. I don't know what you'd stick in there. Maybe a USB, and you stick a charger in your pocket or something. But yeah, that fits on there. That fits in there, and then we zip this bad boy up like this, and then off we go. Hold on, let me hold them zips so it's not rattling in the camera. I'm trying to listen if it moves about in there, or if I can feel it moving about. I don't really feel it moving about, even though it's quite loose in there. Maybe that front screen presses it down and sort of latches it in there. The front panel or whatever. But yeah, it's not too bad. I feel like I don't really know why you would have this. I don't really know what you would put in it. Like I said, maybe a cable or something, but you're quite limited on this one. And it does slide side to side, so you are going to want a screen protector on this, using this one. Although this is like hardness 3 or something, so it's not going to scratch up really easily. But yeah, it's going to be rubbing against it and stuff. So that was the first one. Not too bad. I mean, the build quality is pretty decent, to be honest. It does feel quite premium and stuff inside. Functionality wise, it's quite limited. You are just going to have this one with just a sort of day's travel, especially with the battery of the Switch being like 2 to 3 hours. You ain't going to be playing an awful lot. It's kind of just to get it from A to B, I suppose, without damaging it. So that's the carry case. That's the just standard one. Let's take a look at the mega carry case then. This one's a lot bigger and should hopefully store a lot more stuff. If I can get this bad boy open. So again, nice decent box, and a sleeve again over the case. You'll have to excuse that clicking as well. My monitor for some reason pops every now and then. It is absolutely infuriating when you're recording stuff, but hopefully I'll cut them out if I can find them. So this is the premium one, and you can see it's completely different material. Now we've got like a it's kind of like a what do you call it, like lace type material, so it's not this plastic stuff. You got the all the way around it, and then you've got this fake leather part across the front with, I don't know if you can see them, hopefully the light's catching it, with different icons and stuff. You've got a controller and whatnot. It's just a nice little addition. Again, same handles. Is that the same zips? No, the zips have got the JSAUX branding on them as well, so the only branding on this one is that part there. So I'm going to probably look at AliExpress and see if this is on, because this looks a bit more unique. This one looks quite generic, so I'm going to take a look on AliExpress after this part, and I'll probably update the video now actually. How's it going, guys? So I've had a bit of a browse on AliExpress, and though I've found some similar like this one, which is similar to the smaller one, although it's got a net at the back, and then you've got this one and this one, which are similar to the bigger ones. They all kind of have different exteriors, like this one, like that. They don't have the same molded interiors. I have seen some that have got like the smooth finish inside, but none that really match, other than JSAUX have got their official ones on there as well. So they are on AliExpress, though they are more expensive on there than off Amazon. So yeah, it looks like they are using similar interiors to others, but the design's their own. So I don't think this is just a Chinese off-the-shelf bought one, unless it's on another store. So this one's a bit more premium, or at least looks-wise, it's more premium. Same rubber handle as the other one, but yeah, you got the JSAUX branding on that part, and these are silver zips, unlike the black coated ones. But yeah, they're still rubber, so they won't scratch your screen still. Let's take a look inside then. So we've got a bigger netted area this time. Still got the same instruction manuals and bits. The same do not eats. Dump them down there. And we've also got a carrying sling as well. That zip looks a bit knackered at the moment. We'll have a look at that in a sec. But we don't have a little wrist strap on for this, just the carry handle. Hopefully this zip goes back together. It is a bit dodgy there. Wonder if that would come apart. It looks alright actually. Now I've zipped it back together. So same interior as well. We've got the same, pretty much identical on this side. Apart from, in fact, no, it's not identical, is it? Same smooth material though, same velvety material. We can now store 20 games instead of 10, and this side's obviously different to the other. Oh yeah, I've got it open. Like a completely different flap, if you want to call it that, compared to this. I feel like this one is much better. It sits better there, but I suppose we'll have to put the Switch in and see. This one just, yeah, it doesn't feel like it fits as well. But we can store 20 games in this one as well now. So I've got room for 20 games, which I can't be arsed sticking in there, but there you have it. The Switch, let's see how it fits this time. I feel like, is this even bigger with these slots? So the Switch goes in like that. It's a bit of a pain to get this little Velcro out. Is that even bigger on that? Or are these the same size? Hold on, let's just have a quick check. I think, let's line them up. I think they're pretty much the same actually. I was thinking these looked slightly bigger, but they might not be. I'd have to measure them. Maybe they are. Anyway, so yeah, Switch goes in. We can put this down. Feels a little bit better. Velcro that bad boy on. And then we've got a slot as well for all our bits and pieces. So we can stick in our charger, although I see potential issue with this. We can stick in our extra Joy-Cons and bits. We can stick in our cables, charger cables and whatnot, and whatever else we need, power banks and bits like that, so we can stick all those bits in this side. However, there doesn't actually appear to be any way to sort of secure these in, so these are going to rattle around like a bastard when you're moving around, and obviously you've got this to cover it, but this is kind of going to be pressing against that, so I could potentially do damage. It does sandwich in quite nicely, so they might be snug when it's closed up and stuff, but if you've got anything sort of sharp in here or the edges of this charger or whatever pressing against this, it could potentially cause damage because all this stuff is loose in here. You may just have to pack it out until it sort of sticks where it is, but it closes up quite nicely. It holds a decent amount, and I can hear stuff rattling around. That's my dog sneezing. I can hear stuff just rattling around in here as well as I move it. So stuff is going to shift inside this. But yeah, it does feel secure. It does feel quite premium. Hardness wise, it does feel quite firm, at least along the edges. The centre of it is quite squishy. Squishes in a lot, so you're not going to want to put anything heavy on it. Obviously it can take a few knocks and stuff. The other one, again, it's quite sturdy around the edges, so if you drop it you're not going to damage anything, but yeah, I wouldn't be putting anything on top of it. Especially with this one, obviously having the slots for this, you've got the sharp edges, you've got the hardness of that charger, so if you put any weight on it on the centre, you have the potential to crack the screen, because there isn't really much protecting this screen other than this. But yeah, it feels sturdy enough, it looks decent. Now, whether or not it's worth 20 quid, I haven't brazed around that much to have a look at what other products there are. I'm just taking a look at these. I do like this one. I think it's got a lot of room for a lot of different stuff. I could see myself taking it on journeys with me, taking it back home with the charger and everything. Although obviously I don't really know what else you would put in there. That's a big area. I don't know, a couple of extra Joy-Cons, maybe like 4 Joy-Cons, the charger and stuff. Obviously you can't fit the dock in there. I have seen other carry cases, even bigger ones, which I'll probably pick up and take a look at, where you can actually take the dock with you as well. So maybe that's something I have a look at and maybe review at a later time. But yeah, not a bad product. Same with this one. I think this one's a decent size, feels premium enough. $16.99, not bad. I think you can probably pick up cheaper ones. Whether the quality of this stands out against them, I wouldn't know until I picked up them ones, but I can do reviews of other ones if you guys enjoy this and want to see more. Just drop some suggestions down below and I'll see what I can do. But overall, yeah, not bad. I like the premium feel of them. I think they're sturdy enough. This one obviously not as functional. This one decent. I think I would have to somehow secure this stuff in here before I travelled, pack it out with something. But I do like the overall design and aesthetics of it. But not bad, to be honest. JSAUX, I think that's how you pronounce it, or JSAUX, I don't know if it's French. JSAUX do have a website where they've got a bunch of other stuff. So maybe I'll review some more, like more of their products. I think this is pretty decent, so I will have a see on that one. But yeah, I quite like this one. $21.99 it is now. But yeah, that is about it. That's what you're getting for your money with these. Not too bad actually. I had a look on Amazon, I had a look at a bunch of other ones. This one looked pretty decent, kind of stood out to me, so obviously I knew about the company as well. So that's why I picked this one. But I'll probably be keeping this one and maybe returning the other, because I think this one's probably the better of the two. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you like these videos, if you want to see more products being reviewed. I do have some other stuff that I might put out videos on, but I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, that's my first product review. Let me know if you needed to know anything else. Like I said, I'm never done this before, new to it. So hopefully that gives you an insight into these products. And yeah, maybe you can make a decision based on that. But thanks anyway, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. Go check out my new Switch 2 content. I'm going to be putting out a bunch more videos in the upcoming weeks and months. But yeah, thanks for watching and I will catch you all later. Take care of yourselves and game on.